choose the team you want to start your franchise with.
Use the options on the left.
It's the NFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Arizona. It's the Packers and the Cards on Sunday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Tonight, we'll close out the weekend with what should be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. Hello to everyone watching. Joe and Bob Brock Hewitt up here in the booth. Four quarters between one of these teams and a spot in the Super Bowl. The NFC Championship is underway. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by this dual-threat quarterback.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
First play is to the air. Finds him over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Packers. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He has the first over the middle. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. To throw here on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative.
Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunky yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying again following the sack. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. The Packers sending out their special teamers. Field goal coming. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Return coming from the 6. So here come the Cardinals now as they get set for their opening drive. And bringing them out someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
From the 31. And the Packers are there. He's hauled down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Throwing now from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Has it at the 37. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Packers will take over possession. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. Finds him on the slant. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. They give it to him again. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers stretch their early lead to 9. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers go up 10-zip here in the first. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Antonio Gibson now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finds a man right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They go play action here. No one open, so he chucks this to another county. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing off the play fake here. And he can't escape. The Packers drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
Braden Mann out once more for another punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 39. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's throwing deep to the left. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers hold a 16-point lead in the first. A quick 2nd score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
Yeah, I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers take a 3-possession lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. On the return, here's Gibson. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. It is caught left side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Putting a receiver in motion. From the 38. Dumped off to his running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
To the air, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. The Packers on top early. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. About to begin the second here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points. Running back sent in motion. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Packers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be the last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most importantly, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Finds the in route. Oh, he lost the football. Oh, and they get it back. The play's still live. And he'll get it up to the 27. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2. The Packers send out their punting unit. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. No return on that punt. And it'll be Cardinals football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Man in motion here. 2nd and 8. Caught quickly on the slant. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Back to throw. Able to hit Ryman. Complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. New set of downs for him at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 43. That one's complete, right side. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Design bootleg here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Blown back gets the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the well again. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45. Receiver in motion going left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. That play made by their rookie from Michigan State.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bag when you could defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
St. Brown's got it. Complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Dropping back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st. They are throwing it again. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
To throw it on 1st down. Rolling left, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
They bring a tight end in motion right. Another try following the sack. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. And there's an extra DB out there on the field now for the Cardinals. 3rd down coming. Here's a throw. He's on the move. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Packers could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers make it a 24-point ball game. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Out had the Cardinals now on offense. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They're throwing it. That pass is complete to McBride. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. The Cardinals with the football. Packers into a nickel defense, 3rd down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now looking to throw. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Back to throw now. Completed over the middle. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. The Packers take their first time out. Braden Mann on the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Packers are going to have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one's complete over the middle. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was B.J. Ojulari on the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 19. Has it downfield, working the left. Hits the 20. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers grow their lead yet again. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Has this at the 6. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Out come the Cardinals on offense late in the half. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum before halftime here, Brock, or if they just choose to head off and lick their wounds. Pass play on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Completed to Flowers. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. From the 47. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. Here he is on 3rd and long. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They are running away with this one, so probably content to just take this into the half. They motion the tight end over. They'll throw on 1st. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Gets the feet in. That's a catch. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll throw it. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Blake Gillikin on to punt. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. That's halftime. Only 2 quarters standing between one of these teams and the NFC spot in the Super Bowl. Now we'll send you to our studios in Orlando and Jonathan Coachman for a look around the league with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Which one of these 2 clubs is going to be Super Bowl bound? We'll find out in just a little bit. In the first half, it was a second-year quarterback who shined bright. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cardinals offense making its way out. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this They're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Third and long for him here. Connects on the crosser. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Packers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 11. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. They'll send out the punting unit. Blake Gillikin will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And a fair catch made without incidents just inside the 25. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They send the tight end in motion. On 1st down, they'll run. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming. But more importantly, this defensive front did too.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And the Packers at a 5th DB out there for this 3rd down play. He'll look to throw. It is caught left side. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
He's got him. That's McBride. And he gets back to the line, but no more. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 45-yard line.
They motion the slot man right. 2nd and 10 now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's a Cardinals first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Arizona! Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
And the Cardinals telling their offense to stay out there. We got a 2-point attempt coming here.
Cardinals will line up for the 2-point.
Running the read option. And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Pass play coming here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And the fair catch made here at the 15. The Cardinals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. Running it now out of the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
He's got a man left. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Okay, that's one of those situations where it's just a double whammy. Number one, you can't afford to give up a possession and waste a possession like that. And number two, to do it so quickly. A 3 and out in that situation. It really, listen, if there is a path to a comeback, and that's a big if right now, it's going to take sustained drives, and a 3 and out just devastating on that possession.
The Packers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Now they'll throw out of the gun. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Short throw, tipped. Oh, but he still got it. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Pass play now. He's got it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They are throwing it again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers continue piling on to this lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Markers reset, ball at the 37. To throw it on 1st down. Complete out to the right. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Simple dive up the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Throwing off the play fake here. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. They'll run it from the gun. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Packers' 23-yard line.
Running it again with Gibson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
He puts some power on a deep one left. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it shrinks to a 3-score game again. The lead 22.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now we're on the counter. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Tight end going in motion here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Setting up a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
At their own 44-yard line.
Play action on 1st down. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. It's Cardinals ball. Their season down potentially to its final quarter. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Looking for a throw here. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground.
We really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
He finds him beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
They kick the running back in motion. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there, and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Throwing now, off play action. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Ahead of 4th down, officials stepping in here, a timeout call. He's dropping back to throw. They connect for the first. And in for the Arizona touchdown. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
The Cardinals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try it on the ground. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt.
22.
Okay, Brock, dialing up another 2-point call. And you remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail? It would just ring and ring and ring. It's still ringing. Fall short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Pass play on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From midfield now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Throw left side, complete. And he works this to the 38 before going down. After after a good pickup. They're set up with second and short. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, and they go right back to him. Jukes one defender, and he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. He'll throw it. To the sideline. Catch secured. Wow, he made that one look easy for the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. 3rd and just 2 to go. Looking to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Throwing it again here. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Buda Baker picks it off.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 2nd and 4. He got it along the sideline, but just couldn't bring it in within the field of play. That's incomplete. We've got 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That one's complete, right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. Running back sent in motion. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big shot is hauled in. Feet are inbounds. Oh, what a play! The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. They'll throw it again. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Back to the air on second down. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Has it down close. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Forced out to his right. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown! I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. Now a big play for the Cardinals as they go for 2.
The Cardinals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it! And this is going to be caught for 2, so some fight left in him. Love it. It is back to a one-score game. Okay, partner, in that spot, you know you got to go for it there. Make it a one-score game. How do you come up with a call that works when that defense knows from the start of things that you're going for 2?
Because, Kate, we're talking about practice. Yeah, we're talking about practice. You actually practice those plays, and you come up typically with 2 or 3 2-point conversion plays every single week. You practice them, you rep them, so when it's called like that, you're ready for the moment.
And this is recovered by the Packers hands team. They're going to win this game. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Out now runs the Packer offense. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. He's down to a knee, and they've done it. They're going to be playing in the Super Bowl.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
The kick is off the mark, no good. And they fail to make this a 2-score ball game. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And one last huge step has been taken, partner, as they claim that George Halas Trophy as NFC champions. And now just one step and one trophy remain. 2 weeks from now when they take the field in the Super Bowl. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Glendale.